Hello, everyone, and welcome to an exciting race of map randomizer. Today, we're going to be watching Eddie and Oates play one of the vetted GDQ seeds that Nevdi created, so we all know it's going to be horrible. I'm joined here by Nevdi. How you doing, Nevdi?
I'm really good. I'm very excited to see this one. I want to see how they tackle it. And Eddie and Oates are joined by a lot of people playing and racing on with them as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Good pick for this one as well, Eddie and Oates. Big rivals in this season, very close on points. And this is the final race of the season as well. So
Yep.
points end after this one. A lot on the line here, but we'll see how they go. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I think this will be really fun to watch. Not as much fun as maybe if we had used Aussie seed, but like it'll still be pretty good. So,
Yeah, we did all one seed each. Yours was picked. The other two are really
thank
good,
God it
and it
was.
feels funny when we make them when we're kind of invested in them. It's like all this work. It's oh, the world needs to see this. See what we've done. So it's really cool that we got a chance to do it here
hmm
with at least one of them.
Yeah, I'm really glad the world didn't get to see what you chose. That was
Thanks, Tim.
lucky break.
Oh, we're off and racing.
Yeah.
So immediately, oh wow, it's just using. Oh, they're using their sprites from GDQ. How cool! Immediately into some heat straight away. Get out of there. Oates with the eggplant, Eddie with the double link, Eddie with the early map
hmm
to see that the map station is just here. But Oates
Yeah,
didn't
let's save me
pause,
some
so
time.
already ahead. Insane. This
hmm
is kind of hard to come back from. What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Oates.
you
I
don't
was
need to
gonna
pause
say,
for longer than that. That's all you needed.
yeah, they look like they know where to go straight away too. So both doing the ceiling flip, both pretty good 80% runners, and the grav jump through the first room. Oates nails it. Very, very, very good start. This
hmm
one's okay with a crouch jump. People run through the room and do some different options, but this is in logic when the platform below is high enough, I think, to make the jump. So both quick work, and they're through to get their first major.
hmm Get an
Billy
E-Tank
Mays.
and Morph Ball.
It's always nice seeing Billy Mays as well. So E-Tank
hmm
to alleviate the pain. And on their way down, they saw an X as well, which they'll probably go and grab. Could be power bombs or supers.
hmm
Dodge the fish. Oh, it's barely. Oh,
hmm
what? Eddie. Did you see that tech
Wow.
from
Yeah.
Eddie? That's too sweaty. How does he know that that is possible? Okay.
I,
Eddie's here to
no
win.
cheating.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, but let's cut back up.
Right, I'm probably going to see a repause here so they have a refresh of what to do, but only when they're at the juncture here. I was just
hmm
using the mini-map to get pretty far now. It's just going to both play for the wreck ship item. You're going to pick this up no matter what it is, so
hmm
no need to map.
Yeah, and we get the speed to go for that aqueduct right next to us. Get those items next.
I'm sure we're all aware of it now, but it's really cool. With Map Rando, it gives us these dry to wet room transitions. It makes a lot of cool stuff possible. We saw that grab jump at the top of wreck ship shaft, and now we're going to see speed keeping in aqueduct, which Oates is really just going, isn't he? Eddie taking a little bit of time to look at this, see if there's anything he can attain from the left, where Oates has just gone straight to aqueduct to go get his two majors.
You're saving a lot of time not menuing.
Eddie going
Hmm.
back. I think Eddie might have.
Both of these doors are not. Is that a yellow door? No. Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie's just realised now that he's looked at the door incorrectly. Yeah,
hmm
he's back through now. And Oates sparking up to get a spring ball, which you don't want to see. More suitless stuff.
And charge beam.
Really nice from the seed creator to put a charge beam there, so we don't have a horrible ammo seed. Am I right, Zeb?
I mean, I like horrible animal seeds. As long as charge is like really bad, but it's kind of nice to have a charge early like this. Eddie
So
actually takes
hard
that
to.
save.
Yeah, I don't mind the save. I mean, you're in the room.
hmm
Doesn't take too long. Those little map rando adjustments are nice. Really quick save, quick doors. So
Now,
there's a
yep,
lot.
looking to see what to do next. Looks like he was having a little bit of trouble finding it, but I think eventually did end up figuring out what to do.
Yeah,
Yep,
there's a
it's going to be
major.
going top left.
Yeah, exactly. Top left is the play, which stalls the spark and makes the jump. Right was locked by a missile door, I think, and the sand pits, obviously, without high jump boots, you can't get out of. So
You
both
can
heading
actually
to
get
criteria.
through one of the sand pits to get the major. In I think it was the left one with spring ball even without high jump, but it's really risky. It's unlikely you're
Yeah.
going to be able to get back. So, oh no, boats.
Very
Yeah.
surprised Oates went for that. I just like reset the room and come in more. Not that much of a time
Hmm.
loss. Eddie's riding the
Yeah,
snail back.
I'm not sure what Eddie is planning here.
Pretty cool snail ride without boots there
Hmm.
earlier. Grab jump
And
to
you
get
run
up.
out of power bombs here, which is really bad.
Wow, I just hyped up Eddie so much, and now he's looking again at the map. These doors are really hard to see.
Yeah.
Think he's trying to. I don't know. But Oates in the criteria now.
Yep, going left now
He,
instead of going over to Everest, which I think makes sense.
yeah, does
Everest
make
is
sense.
where the map is, but
Hmm.
it is a little scary.
Yeah, I mean they've got a save right there, so they can potentially look down the bottom of Everest, see if the spring ball is the way back up through a door transition.
Ooh.
But Oates is heading into X-ray Hall.
Okay, Eddie reset and is collecting these items again.
I didn't really see what happened to Eddie. Did he have another look at his map and see that he couldn't do it?
I think so. I didn't
Yeah,
see
okay.
either. Left sandpit could be the answer, but I actually don't think it could be because we know the other Norfair entrance here. I think it was missile locked. Yeah, to get
Yeah,
back up to the get back into Meridia, it's missile locked. So I don't think that could be the answer logically.
yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, it
Wow,
could be, which would be kind of crazy.
now with Oates going left here and refarming. No, he's going back to the right. Okay, I thought he was going to have a go at the X-ray deboost, but he's decided against it. So now him and Eddie
Mhm.
are pretty much tied. Oates has the knowledge that he's going to have to morph through this room, so he is ahead. We'll see how Eddie tackles this. He might reset it, or
Mhm.
pretty huge moment here for Oates to farm up. Actually, now I think about it, because of the heat. No, Oates.
Ooh. Yeah, it's
Gonna
a
have to
little scary,
reset this room. Yeah.
but that energy refill will help him out.
Yeah, he's gonna need it to get the map and get back. Alright. So Eddie's going blind left. This is illegal. So he is doing the same thing that Oates did, just
Yep.
without the
So
depth. We'll see if Eddie's able to make the X-ray
interesting,
deboost.
really interesting that he's going left here, not even knowing about Everest when the map is to the right. Oates, by the way, gets that map, gets to see all of this. Gets to see that there's a green door at the other side of X-ray, by the way. So if Eddie goes for this, he's going to be very disappointed.
He might go for it too. I wonder. I kind of want Eddie to go left and just see the green door. I think on this health, though, it's just unreasonable.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Without any ammo, too, it's just big risk.
Yeah. All right. So it's seeing the map, knows that he has to go up to the bottom right door of Everest. So he's got to do a grab jump to get up here. Does that really nicely. Heads over.
Mhm.
He should know this is probably. I think this has to be grapple, because it is a major item and there's no other way to get
I think it
around.
could be gravity.
Okay, yeah, it could be gravity as well. But would we do that? Would we do that? No.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you would, Nevdi. I, I don't know with you sometimes.
Oh, Oates is in a little bit of trouble here. He.
Uh,
Let's see if he can get the jump. He's got 41 health to make the same jump again. He's done another wall jump. I think he's going to be okay.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he's fine
Just
now.
don't fall
18.
back down.
Whew.
Oh, 6 small health drop from the crab. Awesome. Love to see it. I think that's like a
Eddie has
25% chance.
Yeah, actually, sorry to interrupt there. Eddie went back into Aqueduct and then went to the pink door and locked again. Is someone? He's every pink door he hasn't been able to see. This isn't mistakes Eddie makes. This is weird.
No, I think this is pretty typical for Maddie. I'm not sure.
Is this his
And
sprite
finds the chip.
betraying him? Yeah, ship's always lovely to see.
Mhm.
Few choices here now. There's a lot to look at, a lot to take in. You are locked by
Mhm.
all these doors. They cannot get through any pink or green doors, so there's only like, one or two
Yeah,
paths they can
logically,
do.
I think there's only one thing that you can do logically here, which is go to the top and pick up that major.
Yes.
Um, Pillars, I don't think it's quite in logic, even if you could spark it, I don't know it would be with one
One-on-one
tank.
tank, yeah. You can do it. I sat there grinding it for a long time with Baron's help, and you can do it, but nowhere near in logic. So
Mhm.
yeah, currently all forced at the moment. Eddie has also seen the news of pretty linear criteria map. He's got 85 energy to get out of here with, though.
It depends if I
Might go
have
for the health refill.
Yeah, I think going for
It
the
depends
health
on what I
refill
have
makes a lot of
selected,
sense with the
or if I
other
have
item
spring
being
ball.
in another heated room.
What is this? Obstruct.
Okay, we'll probably not use Oats audio.
Yeah,
It's
well,
fine.
it's the first time I heard him speak.
Mhm.
And there
So
you
with
go.
Screw Attack here. So with
So,
Screw Attack, I don't know that puts Pillars in logic yet. With one tank, it probably
ah,
does.
I
The
didn't know
other
that.
thing that it could put in logic is the missiles at Mickey Mouse.
Okay. I mean, you see the room, you see that the fact that it's early super, so
Mhm.
there is a bug farm, so I'm sure that, you just take the screw and go through pillars here.
Yep,
So
I
all
think that's what I
pretty,
would do.
yeah, all pretty forced stuff at this point, or at least stuff that makes a lot of sense, just with Eddie trailing behind, with just a few pink door misplays, I'd call them misplays. But now Eddie is on the trail of Oats.
Ooh, Zotes.
Wow. Wow.
That was scary.
So you can make it through that crab room if you do a low jump. Incredibly risky, and Oates is here to win, so
Mhm.
wanted to get through quick. More power bombs, still no supers yet for the guys, and another
Yep,
E-tank.
no ammo.
So I think there is another major over here to the right, but Oates just has to reset the room to get the gates back down.
Oh, Zotes gonna.
Oh wow, this is cool
Oh,
tech from
okay.
Oates.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. So the way to do that is with the spring ball. I think you spring ball jump, get the item, which is the wave. But in this instance, Oates decides to do a pretty sick spark. Options now are to go and get that missile, I think, that they saw at the Croc Escape Green Gate. I don't know what the room's called exactly. Or Wreck Ship. With Wreck Ship not being blocked, I think that the runners are just going to go over to Wreck Ship here now. There is a little bit of a heat room, but with Screw Attack and, 2 energy tanks, they'll be fine.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, different room. Actually, they'll be definitely fine.
So with Spring Ball, you can actually get back up here. So, and even with Speed too, both of them let you get back up. Speed plus power bombs.
Yep. Speed is the factor to get them.
Even without power bombs, you can get up with speed.
Is that in logic as well?
I
Without
don't
power
think it's in
bombs?
logic, but it's something you
And
can
Oates
do.
has done it. Yeah. But what we're talking about there is Oates charging a really short charge before breaking the power bomb blocks that are just there. Oh, I think Oates has got an idea. Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
I like
Okay.
this a
This is
lot.
cool. I like this a lot. So, Water or dry to water rooms, again, as we were talking about, you can store sparks. Here it's a little bit different. You can just store the spark in the room below. With enough frames, you can activate the spark and get the main street item, which is exactly what Oates is going for. Nearly got it there.
Yep.
But this
You
is,
have
yeah, this is good.
basically infinite tries of this because of crabs. Crabs will let you farm power bombs if you run out.
Yeah. I think he needs to... Yeah, that jump is really, really tough to get enough momentum over. I don't think he's going to have enough there. This is not easy, but Oates knows he can do it. And yeah, as Seb said, with infinite tries, may as well do it.
Yeah, seeing that missile door there, seeing the map is as close as it is. I think this is something you just have to do.
Oh my god,
No.
I can't believe it. I saw that and I was about to praise. I said Eddie has the grapple out because he knows that it's going to be the crab room, but grapple betrayed. Just like it betrayed Andy in the finale of GQ, it has betrayed Eddie here today, and he's been crabbed. Pretty frustrating. Just has to go and retake all this again, but with the save of the ship.
He's trying to not have speedy jump when he jumps through the door.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure this will work though. Yeah.
Okay, not as bad as I thought for Eddie.
Trick.
Eddie, sorry, I was just going to say Eddie actually took the screw back and saved, so he's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, like a coward.
Okay, I think this might get it from Oates. We'll see. Yeah, he gets it now.
Okay, nice. And that missile is really big. Just because of that missile door that is right there.
Oh, do we know it's right there, Zed? You're kind of spoiling.
Well, we did know.
Oh, we did know. Sorry, I take it back.
And then there's a
Super
super
dodge.
there.
But yeah, that main street jump that Oates just pulled is not in logic.
Oh man. Yeah, taking 2 hits from the enemies is a little rough.
Yeah, these hoppers in this room, surprising, they will kill Oates. I think he's fine now, but really scary. He's got wave beam to clean him out. He's okay. So insane. So that, as Zeb was saying, that main street spark was huge. So they get those out of logic missiles to be able to access this map to see that nothing's here.
Yeah, that's a really big deal.
Really big to be able to do that, because if you don't, you always have wreck ship on the back of your mind. It may play into later, but Oates can tick that off. He's done it. So probably a really, really important moment that Oates gets that spark. I imagine we'll see Eddie go for it, but it's not something that everyone's going to do, and it can hurt them. So yeah, no info. It seems like you'd want to get items, but I can promise you having that info is huge.
Yeah, you just want to blow up all these blocks for Oates, so you get a full run and jump. Eddie picking up that spacer as well.
Really curious to see what Eddie does, if he just grab jumps for the next door or he goes for it. Yep, so Eddie's just grab jumping next door before he bothers with the spark, where Oates did it instantly.
I like this. If you can get a run speed into this door, it's a lot easier.
Yes,
to do that grab jump than it would be to get this one at the bottom.
Yeah, that's a good point actually too. Yeah. Yep, and Eddie going for it as well. Not surprised to see this. I am curious to see how many people in the lobby go for this one. See how long it takes Eddie. He could make up a lot of time here because that jump looked really clean.
Yeah.
Wow, first try from Eddie.
Nice.
Very impressive. This is the type of stuff he needs to get back into the race. Doesn't have to check this door now. He can go straight to the purple door and get the same news that Oates just got. Not that far behind now.
Did you call it a purple door?
Pink?
Pink, red. Both of those would work.
I can't call it purple?
I don't know I've ever heard anyone call it purple.
I think I might call them purple doors. I think I'm just looking at Oates' purple sprite. Oh, jump Oates. And it's distracting me, okay? It's my excuse.
By the way, pillars right to left is a lot scarier than left to right. The Magdalites, I think they are? No, not Magdalites. I don't remember what they are. the Paromi. The Paromis are pretty dangerous in the room right to left, where left to right you just kind of automatically avoid them.
Yeah. You are on a bit of a timer right to left as well. It's very easy to not do it quick enough and get stuck in a bit of lava, which drains very quickly. So you see Oates at the end did a morph jump in the air to just get a bit more distance, and he was fine.
Mhm.
Eddie also going for full run speed, so he makes it all the way up.
Yep.
Without full run speed, you got to do a bit of a... You got to store a spark and wall jump and then spark across, so good heads up. And Oates heading back to Meridia with his power bombs. I mean, sorry, with his missiles. I think the main thing that they got from all this was missiles, which is nice.
I think that's screw attack too.
Yeah,
Good.
screw attack, I guess, and wave, but
Mhm.
missiles is their
Phaser.
their main progression. And I think Oates is
I
going
think
to
the
use these.
phaser is their main progression.
The space is the big one.
Mhm. Yeah, so I actually don't know that that missile was in Logic yet. I think that the missile that it wants you to get in Logic is the Mickey Mouse ones
The Mickey
instead.
Mouse ones, where are they?
They're back where the runner started.
No, that's not in Logic.
With screw attack.
Because with screw attack.
Yep,
Yes,
that
okay.
screw
Yeah, with
attack
screw
is that
attack it is.
Logic.
Okay, I see, yep.
But this works
Oh
just as
yeah,
well.
that makes sense. Okay, so the wave was filler, they didn't have to go and get it, but in doing so, they've got wave beam, spacer, and wreck ship knowledge, so
Mhm.
very good to break Logic there and go for both the charge in Main Street and also the pillars room.
Oh, and Eddie taking a shortcut. Pretty nice shortcut there. Going down the sandfall instead of heading all the way to the left through
I always
pillars.
forget about that. That is good. I always forget about that because you're worried about not having high jump.
Mhm. Oh, and Eddie's going for this. Yeah, I think I like this.
Getting a missile pack.
Yeah, it's maybe not. It's good if you
Careful,
find
Eddie.
Pantene early.
Yeah. All right. So Oates with his missile pack is now able to do the right side aqueduct door to get the major, which is high jump boots. Very nice to see high jump boots because now he knows he can do the sand pits, which he's going to go off and do now, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, and having missiles too, knowing that you're very likely to be able to get back because of the missile door, makes doing the sandpits pretty safe.
Chat trying to get information out of me and I'm not dishonorable like that. I would never. I would never leak info. Data, I'll send you a
Yeah,
private
so
message.
Barry is over back at Mickey Mouse.
So Eddie with some pretty cool grapple tech to not have to come down and spark like Oates did. I don't know which is quicker, but following behind Oates with an extra missile pack and with all those hiccups isn't too bad. So he's off to get his high jump boots now, and Oates is about to find out what our sand pits have in store.
Mhm.
Now, I can't remember what's in sand pits, but it's probably not good enough, right? So let's see. I'm pretty sure the runners are expecting the same thing. Oh, space jump's really good.
Mhm.
Okay, it's pretty nice. With Springball, they can also get this second major, except Oates is here
Oates
cheating?
Yep.
Wow. I expected that from Eddie, but not from
Yeah.
Oates.
It's disappointing to see people
What?
cheat so blatantly like that.
That shocked me.
Eddie's stream is hiccuping a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure if it's
That's
a
right.
stream or if it's us, but
We'll just watch Oates in silence. It's fine.
Mhm.
Oates making these
There.
sand pits look easy. He's zooming through these sand pits, and there they finally get supers. 22
Mhm.
minutes in. Pretty good.
Yeah, a little too early, if you ask me, but
But so far, I think that there's been a difficult path, but one choice, and they are both following each other, essentially. So this is the Norfair map that was below Meridia, where they started. Back in Meridia, we are clear of all majors, so I think progression, or at least the chosen path they're both going to take, is through Norfair. The only problem with the early sandpit is getting
Missile
out, I
door?
think. I'd have to look at it.
The only problem is the
Baron
missile
just-
door.
The missile door, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, Oates nearly... Oh, Oates didn't know this room was here, I don't think. But he stored a spark and reacted in time, but just sparked a bit too high.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly cool, not cool. Is the map this way, or is Oates blinding? I can't remember.
I think the map's
He's
this
not
way.
pausing. Okay. He's really not pausing. He's making up some good time.
Mm-hmm.
Did Eddie cheat? I didn't see. I wasn't watching.
Yeah, I missed it too.
We can assume Eddie cheated.
Oh, Eddie didn't cheat.
Eddie didn't cheat. Are these runners switched?
Yeah, I think that we might have put the runners on the wrong sides.
So yeah, Oates. I mean, Eddie just behind Oates' exact path. Okay. This is a very famous Fantoon door. Through the heat. They're
Surely
probably
it's not
both thinking of
Fantoon
it.
here, right?
Surely not. Oates is going to check first, which I like. I like checking the door first,
Oh,
and you
it
get the
is
bad news.
Fantoon.
Oh, what a shame.
Mm-hmm.
What a shame.
At least this won't be heated, right?
Oh, what a
Oh,
shame.
oh no.
Oh, no. Gonna check the next door. Is he? No. He's thinking about it. Quick. Okay, he's running down to Fantoon. He's just going to do it. Now, Oates has knowledge of one way back, which is heat, and he doesn't know the other way back. So this Fantoon fight is really,
I think that you
really
really
important.
want to check the other door to know what you need to do to get back. Because if that's a farm room, then you don't need to farm Fantoon at all. But if it's not, then you need to get enough energy during the Fantoon fight to get back.
Exactly. So with Oates not having the energy, you would assume he's just going to have to farm Fantoon, I would say.
I mean, yeah, it's...
Yeah, it's risky to not. It probably is going to work out. I honestly can't remember, but we'll see what Oates decides to do. If he sits here with flame farming, it looks like he's not. He's just going for it. Not enough resources to crystal flash either.
Nope. Okay, now it might be farming. It's pretty dangerous to farm without any suits because every hit is 40. Yeah.
I really like this from
really...
Oates.
Well, this is why I really like checking the door instead.
Oh yeah, but
that would
because he
give you
hasn't.
so much information,
Yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
you could know whether you need to do this.
But given where he is now, I like that he's farming here. Shut up! Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and
so
that's
annoying.
The kind of that's the
That's the
pattern that's
scam.
really annoying.
Yeah. So you're farming up all his health, and if you do one miss, oh no, it's wow, he got it.
Yeah, nice.
That's pretty cool. Nice. So Eddie with the same play, he's going to be here. See what time Eddie can make up if he does check that door Zeb's been talking about, or what he's going to do. Might just straight go for it. You really need to check these doors. Eddie's checking the top one. Oates with another nice missile block to keep his health up. 362 health here, might be comfortable with this and Fantoon's drops, we'll see. Eddie checking the door. This is probably a big moment. Oh, and Eddie can see a farm. Nice finish from Oates. That was a really clean Fantoon with farming, I would say. Well, obviously, he's a 2-rounder, but given the context of this, he's forced into a farm pattern. See if Eddie can make up time by not farming.
Okay, Oates does get to full health here. That's really nice. We'll see if Oates even checks the store then. Nope.
Nope. Oh, we're going for the map first. I like that. You wouldn't want that to be a heat room.
Yeah, once you've already made it like that, then you don't check it.
can see his way back. He's through that heat. Feeling probably okay on 391 and maybe saw that
Yeah.
major to the top left.
Especially with space jump and screw attack. Makes it pretty nice 2-round from Eddie.
Very nice 2-round from Eddie. Both on screens, I think, as well. So
Mhm.
the better 2 rounds. Eddie on 227 health with a known farm in the middle. See what drops he gets. Might elect to farm, get the map, and then leave, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think from Eddie here, I like farming the full before getting the map.
Yeah.
So this is going to save a bit of time on Oats because this is a lot faster of farm than the Fantoon Flames, but isn't making a crazy time.
Yeah, I do think Oates just did it quite quickly. Oates using this save scum here before going to the major. I guess in fear that it's X-ray potentially,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I have to check the rooms again and see, but that could be another factor. It is pretty far away. Maybe it is right to do this save.
Mhm.
Wait. Okay, he's trying to find out the order of what he should do here.
Going to Torian first. With 5 majors remaining,
Okay, this
2
save
of
makes a
them
lot
there,
more
I'm
sense.
not sure how much I like going to Torian before the majors, but
The save makes more sense to me now.
mhm.
I don't mind this. I don't mind this play.
Yeah.
I'll go get the major, but yeah, it's fine. The map's right here.
Mhm. Looks like Eddie is going straight for this major first. The Wreckship Reserve. There's nothing in Torian.
This might be a hard reset from Oates. He's probably considering the
think so.
X's, but I think you just reset that. But I don't know. I think these X's are horrible to get.
I don't
I think
think he's going for the X's. I think he's going for the other. Oh, maybe he is, I guess.
Yeah, this is all there is, obviously.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, no. I was thinking that you go for the other Norfair entrance if that's what you're doing.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes a lot more sense.
But I don't think it gets you the majors. I think it just gets you to Brinstar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, you have to do a UWJ. Oh, no, you can do a springboard jump. Never mind.
Mhm.
I think this is quite a big moment.
Yep.
And
gets
Eddie
that
getting gravity.
gravity suit.
Really, really big. So Oates electing the areas before the majors here with some really good majors left. You know, you've got only X-rays potentially bad. And it just happened to be gravity, which is going to speed up Eddie's progression through Turian, which he's also going to take. So it'd be okay if Oates could get knowledge and get out, but the fact that he's traversing these rooms makes that gravity before quite big.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I don't think that this spits you out in like a super pleasant place. Maybe
Another
it does.
save here from Oates as well. This is looking a little scary now. Eddie going for the next major, which was on the top left
I think
of
the
Norfair here.
Just not get that gravity.
I think you're right. Oh, there is a double save scum.
This takes you right next to Brinstar, I think. I think this takes you to the bottom of Edikun Shaft. Or,
Nice dodge. Yeah, I think you're right.
And then to the right here is Brinstar.
Yeah, so he's going to take this to Bryn. Oof. I think he's going up left side, which would indicate left to me. We'll see.
Yeah, nope. he might be checking that major because you can scout it at least.
Oh wow, he is
and
too.
Then
okay.
If you do, then you take bowling statue to get to it.
And you do the bowling cutscene? Yep. Okay, I see that. Okay. Yeah.
We'll be missing this ice more than likely, though.
I think Yeah, I think I just prefer the double save. But in the moment, it's hard. You got a lot going on here. He has scouted it from the top. If it was nothing, he'd be fine. Just deciding now if he goes all the way around or does bowling cutscene, I think. And he
Yeah,
has
you
that
just have to
double
do
save
bowling
back there.
cutscene here
Yep,
if you're
which
going
he's
for it.
recognized. Yep, you're right. All right, I think the next
Or
big key is where the
really
oats.
annoying though after this because you have to go all the way through back to where you were. There's no way back up around back into Brinstar. At least no fast way.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so this routing is just pretty unfortunate. Eddie picking
Eddie
up
is
a few
looking
more
for
X's?
looking for
Yeah.
Ridley ammo.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Ridley ammo is tough. Because it needs a combination of both ammo and E-tanks. Yeah, he's just going for the X's, yep. And they're all power bombs.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe he's getting quite
Cool
punished for
seed you
this.
rolled, Nevdi. I think this is why
Baron?
we all agreed that my seed was the best one before the tournament.
I can't help it if they're playing wrong. Getting X's? Who does that? Alright, so I think we're going to see Eddie do Tutorian into Brinstar with an item ahead. Really big moment for Oates if he goes for this or not. This other major on the top left of Norfair.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of make or break. Oates needs to skip this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oates on 20 supers. Oh yeah, he did pick up the other super in
Yeah,
Torium, which Eddie will end up
Eddie's
getting,
going
so
to
yeah.
get that one.
Fine. Oh, he is. I think he's going. He's leaving. He's leaving. This is
Yep.
huge from Oates. So he's got what he needs potentially to finish the game if he plays around X's and O's. He's very. These runners are both extremely good at Ridley. That I like go moding on the gravity.
Mm-hmm.
And this skip is massive. So Oates is now back in the lead if he heads straight to Brinstar, and Ice isn't imperative.
Yeah. Especially if you can speed Zeb skip.
Yeah.
Or
Which these runners will
Plasma.
assume. Yes, yeah, true. Plasma alleviating some of the DPS issues you would have by killing Zebs. Oof, that whole Norfair section was very interesting. There was a lot going on. I think that it was somewhat hard to follow.
Mm-hmm. Another power bomb. Pretty cool.
I just gotta support my boy Baron, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oates blinding? Wait, wasn't the map down? Okay, he's backing out of that. Not enough health. Wow, Eddie's going for these X's. Eddie's going for the X's.
Wow,
He's doing the
yeah.
wrap for him. One super. Okay.
Okay, so this could work out for Eddie, and there's another heat room. So Oath is gonna have to farm a lot here, or just Crystal Flash, which it looks like. I kind of like just Crystal Flashing here.
I like the
I
crystal
think it saves a lot of time.
Yeah. Thought he was going to get knocked there.
Hmm.
Eddie, no! So Eddie doing the rotation around to get a super pack, which could matter. Could really influence when he goes back for Ridley, because they're both thinking about that. And
Yep,
Oates
there
finds
is Plasma.
Plasma. Big moment here on Plasma. Oates is going to choose to continue on. That Plasma really makes you think about going back for the Ridley now. But on 4 tanks, you would have to get some more ease. So Oates is just going to go a little bit further by the look of it. So with Wreckship being done, the runners know that the bosses plus Mother Brain are down here, except for that Ridley that's just sitting back up in Criteria.
You know what? I wonder if Eddie, before going into Brinstar, goes back to Ridley.
I think he might. I think it would justify all of his X pickups.
Mm-hmm.
The E-tanks are a problem.
Yeah, the E-tanks are the biggest issue, but if you find one more super, then this is enough.
I don't think you can rely on finding one more super though. I think Eddie knows that.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. So Oates gets
It
map
looks like
knowledge. I
Eddie is
think.
going back, though. I think that that's what you have to do with this route. I think you're
Wow.
2 tanks away with 25, 30, 25 fight, 30 missile, 25 super fight.
Hmm.
If you have 6 tanks, especially if you have 5+1, then that's
Jeez.
pretty doable.
This is pretty rough on no plasma. If he had plasma shot, this would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
You
you're
need to
right. He's
go
going
up
back for
west.
it. Yeah, Oates is starting to really think about this Ridley as well. Sees another
Okay,
super pack.
there's.
So Oates
Yep.
is.
I don't think you go for majors now if you're Oates, especially with that
Yeah,
plasma beam.
yeah. So Oates heading a little bit deeper. I would say Oates did. Oh, it's hard to say because Oates did X's on the way and just enabled this Ridley fight to happen, where Eddie went looking for him. And it is unfortunate the ones
Oh,
Eddie
this
looked for were a lot slower than.
that was a power bomb door, by the way, not a missile door. So I think that sandpit could have been in logic, but there was a missile door on the way back that we didn't know about, or maybe we did know about the missile door.
Don't know.
I don't know if the spring ball to get up to the top left item in right sandpit is in logic. If I were Oates here, I would consider fighting the bosses at the top of
Mm.
Brinstar for some more items.
Yes, because you're
Maybe
going to
just
have
one
to
more
do them
tank.
anyway and come back. I don't think
Mhm.
it saves any time. So Eddie's got some bad news here. Just realizes that he wants to go get the X and the O, which would
Yep.
be very good, but his way back is GT, so
Mm-hmm.
not doable.
It seems pretty doable.
I had a
You also,
long look at this map when I ran through this seed, and I turned at Plasma. Yeah, so Eddie's doing the same. He's having a really long look because he has to find an E-tank, in my opinion. He just,
mm-hmm.
you just have to, and they're no good
I mean,
ones.
I wonder if he will just fight GT here.
My
Yep.
God,
You
that's
press the flash.
crazy.
I don't think this is insane.
I think this is not insane now, but I really feel he should have gone a little bit into Brinstar. I get his backtrack for it, and I think he's pulled the trigger a bit too early on the backtrack would be my criticism. I like it because of his routing, but I think I would have liked to see him just dive into Bryn a slight one or two doors to see if he'd get anything. And he's been
Powerbomb again.
power bombed again. Oh my God.
You do get a second E-tank, though, by fighting GT here.
That's true, actually. That's true. All right, so we're going to see double suitless Ridley by the look of it. Oates ahead with a much better loadout.
Yeah, I think that Oates is going to just take over, because Oates won't need to do this GT.
Mm-hmm. The good thing about this post GT situation is Ship is right there before Ridley, so he'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, you don't even need a Crystal Flash here. You got enough supers.
I hope this is a reserve Zeb. What about you?
Yeah, I think that would be pretty funny.
Aww.
A reserve might have actually been better for the Ridley
True.
fight.
True, yeah. And he would have been okay
Yeah.
on refill. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Oates is pretty ahead now, though. Already has the map for Brinstar, knows where all the bosses are. Eddie's going to have to go get the map in Brinstar before going back for the bosses.
Yep. Yep. And I think that is actually important because that map is a backtrack. So you have to get the map and come back up anyway.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So there's no point. It's just, yeah, better for Oates here. But yeah, we have a suitless fight from Oates, extremely experienced with the plasma beam, no ice, but 25 supers. Should be okay. Still really hard, but at this caliber of player.
Yeah. You've also got
probably.
the ship save right next to this in case things go wrong, so
Yeah.
a death or two wouldn't be the end of the world.
And that should be dead.
Ooh,
Wow.
that gets
Wow.
still on 12, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be dead if he didn't have the gravity. So these drops should be doable. He's got to make the right jump. He's going to pause to be extra safe, and he's
Yeah.
fine.
I think you just get the E-Tank and then you head back. E-Tank just for a little bit of safety on Mother Brain.
So Eddie seemingly not that far behind, but again, that Brimstone map, if you saw, it needs to be required top to bottom. Eddie's going to get the extra E-Tank. I really like this. There are some heat rooms coming up on the way to these bosses, and it's just one room. He had enough to finish the game, but it's just good to get that tank. Ooh, Eddie coming in without a reserve, a much trickier fight. He's going to open up with an X Factor. All eyes on Eddie here to see how he does. Oh, I don't know if that was on. Yeah, he should reset, I think.
Yep. If you can get 2 X Factors, that would be really good.
There is a damageless second factor. Eddie probably knows it. He knows most things, but he's probably just going to play the one.
Setting up for it, though. Yeah.
I guess with gravity, you can probably go for the damage one.
Ooh, did one of the particles hit the tail?
I can never tell. Pretty important if it didn't. He's
Yeah.
just going to smash in some missiles here. This is a very, very hard fight for Eddie. Not having plasma is quite the difference, and not having a reserve tank. Eddie does know his maths, though. Is he? No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, so Eddie counted, but he didn't see that one of the particles missed, as Zeb alluded to at the start. So 200 damage short, potentially. It's a pretty good attempt. He's moving away on the second one now, so... Oh, I think that might have hit the tail again.
Yeah, I think the top one might have.
This is a very clean opener. He can probably afford to just pump a few extra missiles in if he's not sure.
Ooh, but did he pump one super into the tail? Yeah, okay. Made up for it with some missiles. A little scary. This is not the pattern you want from Ridley.
Very unlucky patterns here. Wow, very impressive impressive. You need a lot of energy leeway on this without a reserve, and Eddie had enough, so very well done. And also going to go for the E-Tank, which I like. So third try, second proper full try, I think it was. Can't really complain about that. So Oates making his way to the known bosses, doesn't have to reverse the map down like Eddie's going to have to do soon. He knows both Dragon and Kraid. Sorry, did you say will he go for the spike suit?
He was going for the spike suit, yeah. At the top of the Kraid, using that little runway. Jumping up before Kraid spawns and trying to get a short charge.
That's a quick kill from Oates.
I'm guessing that would have been used for Mother Brain, but it would have needed to be held for quite a bit. Oh, cool, using speed
cool.
even though you have screw attack. Pretty nice.
Style points. Eddie going back on through via the sandpits. Knows the game ends in Brinstar. Doesn't know the structure though, so we're probably going to see map from Eddie, which will be a backtrack time loss.
I think Oates is pretty ahead.
I love that. Love that opener from Oates where you do the charge with the Shine Spark. Really, really nice. Ooh, didn't get the 3 round though. Probably just going to finish off with some... Don't finish with this, Oates. Oh my god.
Yeah, I would have just used charge shots.
I can't believe he went for that.
It's like 2 charge shots max. Yeah.
Nice, and he gets the spike suit as well.
Mhm.
Not as imperative with plasma, but still
Does
pretty
need a
cool to
refill.
have. Yeah, he does need a refill, actually, yeah. Looking now for the refill, what he's going to do. I think you can just short charge Mother Brain anyway. No, you can't.
Maybe
All right, see
Crystal
how long
Flash.
you can hold it. What do you think? Do you reckon he's going to hold this spike suit the whole way to Mother Brain?
No way.
Yeah, no chance.
I think the Crystal Flashing might be better than trying to find a refill.
Yeah,
With Plasma Beam,
hard to
your ammo
see.
doesn't matter that much.
I think Eddie might be a little mad to see that plasma beam there, because that was the point that I turned around in playthrough, because it matters so much. But Eddie
Mhm.
went a little bit earlier, did pull it off, and it could have been way better if it wasn't exactly plasma right there. It just had a really awkward path to get those hollows. The fact that he had to get one behind a GT fight was pretty bad, and he got punished on the X's.
Mhm. Yeah, they're in the same room. Must mean they're tied, right?
Yeah, this is very close. And he just lacking a cheeky 2 bosses. That's all.
Mhm. Oh, oh no. Cool reserve.
Is it? Wait, has Oates popped his spike suit? From that
No.
morph jump, I'm guessing he hasn't. Look at his being speed. So careful not to ruin it. So he spotted this farm as his choice instead of the Crystal Flash. What would he be left on? 50. Yeah, I think you're right. I think a Crystal Flash was probably the go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It is a
plasma,
little
if his
scarier.
beam, yeah, it is definitely scarier for sure. Harder. But if his beam was weaker, I'd say this would be fine. But the fact it's plasma, I would, yeah. I guess this method also means if he does blow Spike Suit, he's fine. If he blew Spike Suit on the other one, he wouldn't be, so.
Mhm.
Choosing not to get the major, I guess it could be X-Ray. I guess that's the only bad one.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's got a 66% chance that a major saves him time, I think.
I would have probably farmed these things a little bit, but
He's
it's
got 2
fine.
reserves.
Mhm.
Very okay, so we gave him some slack, but he has kept this Spike Suit the whole way.
Yeah,
I was
nice.
waiting for him to like bounce back out of the Zeb there, and I've done that. I'll carry this Spike Suit so long, and then you just like fall back out. So Oates' exact health, just enough without. Oh, now he's not. I was gonna say just enough without popping a reserve, but he'll have to.
No, he still had to pop reserve. Now he needs all of
Oh,
his
sorry.
reserve.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that was a quick catch up, but he was bottom of the room, so completely fine.
Okay, should be through.
Just going to let the reserves tick manually here, which is fine. I think it's probably the same speed as a pause, maybe even
Yeah,
quicker. So
Mhm.
actually worked out well that he took some damage. Actually, now I think about it. Nice fight from Eddie
Mhm.
with the plasma, a bit of a stronger beam, able to do it in fewer rounds. So Oates on the escape. I think there is discussion about saving the animals with a 245
Yep.
escape.
Mhm.
Do they remember where they are?
I think Oates might have seen him.
That was quick if he did. Do we try Oates audio again, or is it Nah,
I
he's
don't
got the
think
channel.
so. Yeah.
Okay. Just like play the song in your head, guys. Doot 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 doot. You can like imagine. Look at the ship. It's
Mhm.
exploding. It's a very tense moment. think the animals are just here to sing for us. Oh, get banned!
Oh, he's going the wrong way. Yep.
Wrong way.
The animals are going to be right here about. Once you get into Pre-Meridian map, you just go right here. Bottom right room. Yep, and Oates knows where they are.
Nice, so it's saving the animals. What an honourable player.
Mhm.
So when we rolled some of these seeds, Ossie's first comment for this one was boring animals location.
Which, very true.
Like, what about the rest of it, Ossie? Boring animals. It's a very easy animals. Still,
Yeah, I think that was the only real notable thing about this seed.
everything else was whatever. So Eddie into Mother Brain. Ice Beam meaning he doesn't have to do any spike suit shenanigans. I like that skip from Oates the more I look at it now. Really helped. It actually could have been a big difference. It'd be a lot closer if he went for that Ice Beam, I think. Wasn't close.
Ahead, but
I think, yeah, he would still be ahead. Save some time.
Because of where the map was, it kind of didn't save Eddie that much time to turn around when he did.
Yes, exactly. The map in Bryn
Because
was
you have to go down to the map and then you have to come back up to the bosses anyway.
Yep.
If everything were down like past the map, then it would have saved time. But because Eddie had to do the backtrack after the map anyway, it wasn't that big of a deal. Eddie not using all of the supers. Oh, he wanted to have a crystal flash just in case.
Just in case. I like that. Yeah, it is a close fight. Oates is doing pretty well on this escape. Hasn't really paused much. He just saw the animals really quickly. And he's just been zooming ever since. I mean, I have made this path a few times, but he's making this look nice and tidy. Pretty cool to see Eddie on the escape as well at the same time, so...
Yeah, Eddie tried.
Really close. Oh.
Probably get Eddie's stream back in a little bit. Anyway,
And
but
Oates
Oates does finish in first place with a racetime.gg time of 56:07. GG to Oates, first time in the entire lobby.
Yeah, not just first in this head-to-head, but first in the entire lobby. What a way to end Season 2 for Oates, who has, I think, the top 3 times in this season, the most races in this season, and he ends the season with a victory. It's a really nice closing statement from Oates.
While saving the animals, too.
Yes, while saving the animals. Actually pretty cool. First out of 23 races. And I think it's time to start the That's a Snipe voice lines, because I'm going to call out all the people that are beating Eddie. Second place is Nito. Right behind Oates. Nearly 2-ish minutes. Eddie saving the animals as well.
Do you think Nito saved the animals?
Yeah, Nito's honorable. Nito would save the animals.
I do kind of think that it would be cool to race with Save the Animals on. I think it is kind of a unique thing that is kind of fun.
Maybe that's our preset. The next season we have to save the animals every time. How good would that be?
Yeah,
Nito did save apparently.
Cool, like, honestly.
I actually think that might balance things a bit more, because if you check a region that you don't have to, but you see the animals there, you get... I think that's sick. Let's do it. All right, we'll talk about that later. Save the animals forced on. I actually think it would improve balance, but we'll get into that later. Any more snipies for... No, Eddie's still doing well. Have we marked Oates as done? Is he going to come in and have a chat?
It looks like he's marked as done, so we'll see if he wants to. Or if he's too big of a streamer to care about us.
Nah. We'll get him in. Asking him now in the race chat. Eddie pausing. Nitro in shambles. Done this bit a few times. Back up the shaft. He's in criteria now. Just going to go right top of Everest around for the end of the seed. Pretty cool to see them both in the escape at the same time. Eddie making his way to the ship. No more snipes.
Finishes in second place on Restream, third place overall with a racetime.gg time of 59:04. GG to Eddie.
Only missing Varia out of all the items for Eddie. So, Oates, bronze place in the GDQ
X-ray?
match.
Eddie didn't
Oh,
get
no, no
X-ray.
X-ray as well. Yeah, no X-ray as well. You're right. And we are joined by bronze medalist Eddie and gold place Oates.
Thank you. Thank you for making me feel better about my performance at GDQ and everything. Thanks.
Yeah, no, what an end. What an end. I think you've got top times in this. You've got the most races. You finished the season 2 with the victory. This all probably eclipses Eddie's top place on the leaderboard of race time, I imagine. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so. Just everyone remembers the happy good ending here, so I'm happy that I can finish off with a bang. So
Okay,
I see.
I want to give Eddie a chance to talk a little bit about why this seed was garbage and why he's so glad that we rolled high seed
so
in
good.
GDQ.
Skill seed. Okay, continue, go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Zeb Seed is way better than Nevdi Seed, as evidenced by GDQ and my victory over there. So I'd just like to point that out. Yeah. So I've always been a Zeb fan over a Nevdi fan. So I don't even know who would be a fan of Nevdi anyway. So yeah, just saying.
Mind Nevdi?
No. Well, that's not what you told me at GDQ.
What? Don't tell him that.
No,
man, don't help me like that. All right, guys. Feelings aside, let's do the really dumb interview question. How do you feel?
I think it was fun. I think this was a fun seed. Yeah, definitely. If it was the one that was picked at GDQ, I think it did showcase a lot of really fun stuff. It showcased a Ridley fight without Varia. However, did you find Varia, Eddie?
No. I'm gonna guess that Major in Ocean was X-ray. I almost feel like you can metagame that's X-ray, but maybe I'm wrong.
Did I get that?
Varia ended up being a cathedral.
Okay, so I have no idea where that is. It's where?
Oh, okay.
In Brinstar.
In Brinstar?
Yeah, it's like past the speed hallway.
Is it just nowhere you'll ever get to, or?
Let me see here.
There's an item in Ocean. I'm assuming that's X-ray.
It's not too far, so it's actually fine. It's when you're going to Mother Brain, you can go down and grab that. Well, I thought it was an E-tank, so I went there to fill up, but it was a reserve, unfortunately.
Got it.
You just go a couple rooms past, and that's Varia, I guess. So
yeah, it's not too far from the map. If you go get the map, you could just get Varia instead of going back for Ridley, or you could go back for Ridley.
Okay.
We expected a few things in this one, and you guys really showcased it well. I think that after you get Screw, you're supposed to take it back to Mickey Mouse and get your missiles that way, but both of you elected to do the Screw attack. Yep. And then, huge moment, which I was so excited to see. Both of you did the Spark Up Main Street to get those missiles to finish Wreck Ship to make sure that you knew Wreck Ship was done. And I'm not sure the lobby does that. I think that they are unable to get those missiles or don't think of it. And Wreck Ship's in the back of their mind. So the fact that you both did that and then ran it down, it was relatively similar seed structure from both you guys until you hit Norfair. And then it got a little bit complicated. Eddie electing to get both majors before progressing in Turian, where Oates went to Turian and had to backtrack to see bowling, actually, which is pretty funny. Oates completed bowling to go get the known gravity suit.
Yeah, I wanted to take a risk. Since I saw it connected, I wanted to take that risk to see if I could maybe get information in Torian and then connect through Torian and then peek the item first. And then obviously once I saw it was gravity, I'm like, well, I absolutely need this. So I just did bowling.
Yeah. If it was like X-ray or ice, you can just continue on and feel quite good about it. But the fact it was bowling was somewhat punishing, but getting it was correct for sure.
I think that ideally, it's something garbage there that you don't have to worry about, because going through bowling there means that you're going back in a direction you don't want to go back in. and you have to like make a long trek to get back to Brinstar. But seeing gravity there, I think that's hard to turn that down.
Yeah.
This
So
one's
yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
No,
I
go
was just
ahead,
going to say,
go ahead.
at that point, it was relatively similar, and then the next crux was when you guys pulled back for Ridley.
Yeah.
I think both were on 4 tanks. Eddie, you were chasing X's a bit deeper than Oates was. So Oates got the Plasma, and then the Brinstar map, where you didn't
that's
even head
nice.
into Brinstar. So you pulled back at a riskier fight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think for you, Eddie, that Brinstar map was deep enough with the bosses like near the entrance that I
Yeah.
don't think that you turning around there actually made up that much time.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it could, like, I think it probably
Yeah.
would have been better if you had ended up going into Brinstar because of that. But
Yeah.
you didn't know
There's-
that. Like, if the bosses are all down by the map or like
Mhm.
past the map, then it works out a lot better for you.
You know, it's kind of interesting because I almost feel like if I was metagaming a little bit, I feel like I'd prefer to skip the majors and go deeper a little bit, right? Because if those majors had Varia, I feel like that's not a balanced seed in a sense, right? Like we just spike the Varia and go back, right?
Yeah,
and that seems pretty straightforward. So I almost feel like I could have maybe metagamed that slightly, knowing that if that was the case. But I was originally kind of thinking I want to maybe go a little bit deeper because this seed is all about like when do you backtrack for Ridley, right? That's kind of a big deal with, right? And it gets awkward because I only had 4 tanks and my ammo count was like kind of okay, and then it got like a little bit better towards the middle. With that metagame idea, I sort of wasn't sure because I was surprised to see Plasma in Bryn because I did leave that major in Ocean that's under Ridley nearby. And I was kind of wondering if that could be because there's only so many more majors that we had left remaining at this point, right? And so, yeah, then I had to start making a decision on collecting some X's. They kind of, I finished the game with how many power bombs? Like 30 power bombs. So that kind of sucked.
Yeah. Thanks, Baron.
My Ridley, I think because I was playing the 2 links, I whiffed that first X Factor. Luckily, the save's nearby, but like that took me a few tries to get that fight down. I don't know how I failed.
Did you hit all of your particles on any of the fights?
I thought I did on the second, but if I didn't, that would explain why Ridley wasn't there.
We commented that.
One of them hit his tail.
Okay, so the sprite I think kind of threw me off a little bit because I couldn't tell where it was exactly. I was confused. I thought I got the kill, and then I got picked up, and I was confused. But the last time, I just shot like way more missiles than I needed because I knew I had the health.
I think that you might have hit the tail again with one of the particles on the last time, but you had enough missiles in that.
I fired like 2 supers extra worth of missiles, like another 12 missiles or so. Like I had it counted down, so I figured I had the exact number, but yeah. It was good. Also, I got lucky to avoid just like a random tail whip on the way down. That's always the worst.
Oh, yeah. Oates got hit by a tail whip and survived on like 12 energy.
Well, wow.
It was close. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay.
We expected some suitless Ridley fights as well. So when I played this through, I turned at the Plasma and ran back. And I ran into energy tank problems. And so did you, Eddie. It was so hard to see. Like, you went to what? GT? Couldn't believe it.
I
but it
did
was right,
kill
because
GT.
you had
I killed
2
GT
tanks and the X.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough.
I'm kicking myself because there was a point where I opted not to go into Watering Hole, which had a circle and potentially another item behind it. And I opted not to do that, thinking I was going to maybe play for majors, and that kind of bit me. I probably could have dodged GT if that didn't happen. So
that would have been huge.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit different. The fight would have turned out different because I think I did spike a super elsewhere, but I thought about it and I had to save, and then I went to go kill GT because I never really know what sort of resources you need, but it was fine.
This was I don't know. You guys both played it very well. I don't think there's like a right or wrong in certain situations. I think Norfair was those pickups to the questionable bit, and then also the backtrack for Ridley were big moments. It was really, really interesting to watch. And
that's the big thing, right? That's the big thing because the reason why I think the majors are the correct play there is first the major on the right. It's actually not that far. It's like 3 long rooms. And the reason why I take the major at the top left, so it looks kind of sketchy, right? But we actually don't have a save nearby. So the top left of Big Pink has a save and a refill room. And at that point, when you take that save, because you take this, I want to take the save to use it as a revert if I have to, right? The other thing is if the majors give me enough to beat the game, beat Ridley essentially, right? The path back from the top left major back to Meridia is Croc Speedway. It's really fast. So if that major gives me just enough, then I just funnel straight back into Ridley.
Did you grab that major?
I did. Yeah, I did.
What was
It
it?
was ice, I believe. I think it was ice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was ice.
Yeah.
I really
so
like you skipping that oats. I think that was a huge moment when you left that as well. But I get it.
Yeah.
Where Eddie's
my
explaining.
plan was to not go into Brinstar because I went to Turian first, and then once I cleared Turian out, I saw Brinstar was kind of the next thing to go. So my plan was clean up the majors and go back no matter what. Essentially, like I'm ready. I'll pick up because there's 2 X's over by that major as well. So I'm like, if this isn't enough, I'm gonna collect the X's, and I'm just gonna commit to finishing like this. If that makes sense.
You ended
do you
up
think
going
that
to
you would've-
Torian, didn't you?
I did go to Turian, but I didn't go into
But
Bryn.
not Brinstar.
So Bryn, you have to come back out of Turian, and then you come back out of Bryn, and then you're near Brinstar. But I chose not to go into Bryn. I was like, I'm turning
Do
around
you
here.
think you still would have done that if you realized that you had to get the E-tanks behind GT and fight GT to do that?
Probably not. No,
I think
I
that
didn't
we-
realize I had to come back from GT like that. That takes longer, obviously. So it was like a sort of a miscalculation, but I can't spend too much time. Like,
Yeah.
there's a long way back to
Ridley,
Ridley, right? So you kind of assume you'll be able to figure out a solution
I
on
was
the
just
way.
going to
so.
say the assumption bit's huge. You're kind of like, oh, I'll find an E-tank on the way, but it's not until you
Yeah.
you look at where the E-tanks are. They're quite awful. So
Also, my early game kind of sucked. I think the logical powerbomb farms were kind of stupid. They're a little annoying. I had to do some
what were the
resetting in the
powerbomb
beginning.
farms?
Like you have to
Oh,
go back up the like you could run out of power bombs really easily. So like if you power bomb, then you wanted to go back to the shaft where like the save and stuff is, you have to use 2 power bombs because you got to go through right super's door from the shaft, right? And then if you need a refill from there, you have to go back to pancakes and waivers, which is at the top. It's the
I couldn't work out what was happening.
That's
'cause
bad. Yeah.
didn't
So
you go-
I
but
wasted
you
an
kept
extra
going
power
back
bomb, I think.
to. I think you did because you kept going back to those doors and getting stuck on pink doors. Eh? Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of played that bad in the beginning. I lost track of like what doors were pink and stuff like that. But if you do spark back up criteria on the top left, there is a power bomb farm. There's the Bryn Edikun room with the B toms and stuff. Yeah, that's the power bomb farm. So I didn't know that was there, right? So I was just kind of hoping. So it was kind of awkward because I wanted to save the progress, but there wasn't a good way to do it. I also took a random hit from the snail and I had to load. So that early game, I assume Oates got ahead of me unless he got confused.
yeah, it's just quite far ahead at the start. He just
Yeah.
went everywhere.
I was really far behind. I think most people. in
I
the
messed
beginning.
up that stupid Main Street Shine Spark forever, and I was trying to like get a Shine Spark, turn off high jump so I could not lose my speed, you know. But
Oh,
I,
okay.
I just
Eddie
whiffed
almost
so many
caught up
times.
to you on that one.
Really? Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it
Because
was
I
bad.
shambled that early game bad. Like it was pretty bad.
Oates was really quite far ahead, but then you getting that Main Street Spark caught up a fair bit.
For
Maybe if you watch it back, you'll sort of see. But
I was
it
very
back and
aware
forth.
that this was all about the missile. I was very aware that this was
Yeah.
all about the missile, and I knew like we had to go back for that. I had my eye on the missile and Mickey Mouse.
I
Yeah,
forgot
Mickey
about
Mouse
the
is
missile at
logical
Mickey
missile, I
Mouse.
think.
Sorry, what was that?
I think the Mickey Mouse is the logical missile that you're supposed to
Yeah,
get.
I think so too. Does it? I
I'll
can't
just-
remember if we can get off. I was thinking about getting there with 1 tank, but I wasn't sure if we could do it. I know
You could
that
probably
sounds
do a spring ball jump, but is that like extreme tech or something,
that's-
or
that's
like
not-
very hard?
yeah.
so you
Yeah, I
can
think
do a
that's very
spring ball
hard.
jump, but guess what else you can do? You can do an empty jump off the crumble blocks. You can also do that,
Oh, you can?
which you can do it. I
Actually
know how to
can.
do that.
Oh,
You
you
got
have
one
a
attempt.
frame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But there's a save.
no.
There's a save, so it's fine, right?
Well,
There is a
that's
save there.
Terrible. Well, no, the save's not bad, Nerman.
Yeah. So I actually was thinking about doing that because it felt like it was all, but you don't know. It felt like it was all about the missile, but we're not 100% sure, right? Because the missile could just be free somewhere else.
I totally forgot about the Mickey Mouse item. So I was thinking, I was like, wow, this is interesting. But part of me was worried that when I went into Rex Ship and I did grab that, I was thinking that was a missile or a super missile. I was like, oh, this is tricky. Like, and then obviously afterwards, when they said Mickey Mouse, I was like, oh shoot. Like,
yeah.
I was thinking like, I felt like I should have been way further behind at first. I felt like I slightly overlooked ammo at the start, but
Yeah. That was the tricky part, right? So once I got the autologic missile, I had it out in the back of my mind, but I knew that we can go back for Mickey Mouse at some point. But yeah, I was seriously thinking about going back and doing. So if you don't know what a Nevdi jump is, it's not Nevdi. Nevdi's not the one that figured it out.
It's my jump. I like. Nah, it's my
saw
jump.
him do it,
It's
so
my
I
jump.
Give it to him.
Just come on, give me something.
If you dash for 1 frame, you move 1 frame and then you jump, you can get like a slightly higher height, and that lets you get out of Mickey Mouse. You could do it on the crumbles, and it does work, and that gives you enough to wall jump out. It's obviously a little tricky, but I thought about doing that. You could also just do the spring ball jump though. So
Yeah, I think we were thinking about the spring ball, but wreck ship being like cleared out was sort of a balanced idea in our mind anyway.
Yeah, I think it's good to clear that out too anyway. Like, I think that's good knowledge to know that wreck ship, like, the map's just right there. So you're not wasting that much time there.
Yeah.
Unless you're out and you're feeling the spark.
Yeah, that was bad, but it made it a little closer. So kind of like Andy failing bomb jumps for 15 minutes. Made it more interesting.
All of his double bomb jumps that lost in 5 minutes, basically.
Yeah.
Eddie died to a crab with the grapple too. Like,
oh my god! I blame the sprite. I blame the sprite. You know, it's the single little tube that has the one crab that's along the top, right?
Yeah. Oats jumped under it with like 80 health. We were losing our mind. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's how I normally do it. That's how I normally do it.
I took my grapple out and I angled up. I ran up to it. I shot, and the shot was way off. It was like way to the right. And then it's above me, right? So then I like try to shoot and I whiff and it smacks me in the head and I die.
No.
I don't know how much it was. It was like a minute. It wasn't that long, but still.
But overall this was fun. So like to compare the two seeds, the other seed was kind of a troll. This seed felt a lot more straightforward, but it was fun. Like the shine spark to Batu and E-Tank, like if you recognize that, which I think we probably both did.
That was cool. That was cool.
You know, just fun stuff like that you can recognize on the fly. So it made this seed probably, I can understand why this seed is better for GDQ showcase, but at the same time, it all would have been confusing. And in Zeb seed was no Nevdi seed, but it was still fun.
I'm not sure about that. I think my seed was way better.
It was the start of the other seed confused me. I was like, it was also like 1 in the morning, and I am sleeping already at that point, and I was like very tired. I don't know if it was just the confusion, the stress of the situation. If this was the seed, I wonder how we would have played it, because obviously like we're under stress in that kind of situation.
The Ridley fight is very. I think Ridley fights under like high stress could lead to like really, really bad tragedies potentially.
But the ship being right there though makes
it does.
And this is why, you know, it was like so many saves in the right spots. Everything just worked out. It's like,
that's important.
It's not blind nonsense too. Like, you guys both knew what was in store, so that was the other thing. It's kind of like, it's rough stuff, but at least you can see what you're doing, and you just have to do it. So.
Yeah, this guy's just trying to pat himself on the back.
That's a great seed finder.
Way cooler tech in it. I think that you got to show off way more, but that's just me.
And I think, I think we kick Eddie out here, and then we get Nito in here and interview him next, please.
No.
Oh, okay.
You know what? All I'm gonna say is I'm still above 3,300. I'm pretty sure after
you
this.
are. Congratulations on
still
maintaining rank #1, even though you said you wouldn't say that.
But Emmett gave himself a title. I had to give myself a title.
Emmett said he was the villain, apparently.
Okay, but when you go like, my name's Oates, and my name's Emmett. No, and then I follow that up with my name's Eddie. It's like weird. So I was like,
you say it with a little charisma. You say, and I'm Eddie or something.
Well, I wasn't. I'm
Matt
sorry.
Branda.
I'm socially awkward, Oates.
No, you're not.
Give me a break. I wasn't ready to say that.
You're the least socially awkward person there. All right, you're like the top 1 percentile. All right.
Are you? Bro, you forget Andy's there. That guy's like actually like charisma god, apparently.
Well, yeah, but you know,
we don't tell him I said that.
Yeah, It was fun. Good fun. Thank you so much for letting us do this on the community race. I'm glad like we could all experience like what would have been the seed, and we can like see it, like the waiver, and it's really cool that this is how we finished off the season. So I like it a lot.
It's too bad Andy didn't join this race too, but
he said he didn't want to hurt
Eddie and Emmett.
Okay, I know what Nevady is going to say. All right.
Didn't want to hurt. Oates' feelings.
Oh, my feelings?
Your feelings. Yeah, he attacked you for some reason. I don't know why, but.
Well, the light is shining brightly on you, Nevdy. So.
Yeah.
I didn't get that, but now I get it.
Wait, what do you mean you get it?
I get when you said it in the live.
He knows. He knows.
Wait, you talked to him?
Well, he just
Talk to
knows.
Eddie. Eddie told me.
Yes, he knows.
Eddie's
I know
on the
everything.
beans.
I know
Come
everything.
on.
He knows.
He's
All
He's
right.
known for a while. I even told him that I was
Okay,
gonna
okay.
say everything. Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
guys,
no,
that's
the
the end of
joke, the
season
joke
2.
missed. So, yeah. Anyways,
That's
I'm gonna be heading out, but thank you guys so much, and looking forward to races in the future. Do we know what's gonna be changed?
Yeah, so
So-
little limbo period. Aussie has to do some pre-releases for the next one. So right now we're in like season 2.5. You can still race, but nothing's recorded, so the leaderboard stands. And then when devs are ready to release the new logic, or the new, they want to line it up with the dev release, and then we'll do season 3, hopefully in a couple of days or something.
Okay.
And then we got to find a gimmick. We're talking about stuff. We'll all have a chat together. Maybe we're forced
Yeah.
to save the animals.
Maybe.
I like the save the
No.
animals kind of stuff.
I really like
I think
save
it's
the
cool.
animals stuff.
That is good,
Um,
actually. Maybe.
I mean, do we like something like maybe 3 G4 bosses and 1 mini boss? or
Yeah, stuff like that's
something?
cool
Or-
too.
Random
Like,
objectives. Random objectives.
Well, random
down
objectives
for
might be a
something.
little much, I think, to
Yeah.
dive into. I think
Fair.
like dipping our toes into like 1 mini boss, always mixed into in like 3. So like, are we killing Ridley
I
this time?
still don't
Oh, you
like
know
I
what could
like
be
that.
sick?
I like
I
that.
do like the idea of you have to kill all 4 major bosses, but maybe like also 1 mini boss then.
What if you
Okay, I
could
mean-
do like? What if you could do like? There's like 6 objectives and you pick like 4 or something. That would be crazy.
That could be cool too. Yeah, that's tough.
That's too
Yeah.
much brain
The
power.
original
Maybe.
one, I was like,
I just kind of don't like the idea of like you being able to skip a Ridley. Like I think that needing to kill
That's
Ridley is kind
true.
of the-
Ridley
Yeah,
is
but
more
it's a
than-
25%
all?
chance. So, and the thing is, like half the
Oh, okay,
time we
so
get
like it tells you which objectives you have
yeah,
to do.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to
Yeah,
So
kill
it's
the
random.
bosses.
So we
Okay.
might have to kill like Batoon, and then maybe Ridley
Mhm.
skipped 1 time, and then we can like work around that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
if you have to kill Batoon, let's do it early, but you went off charge, and we have to find missiles. And
you
you
could
know.
use that info to be really interesting. I think that sounds good, but I mean, we'll talk about it later in good context because I think that's a really good idea with some other stuff. We need to do some gimmick. We need to do something to see how balance goes. and
Yeah,
I think
because
that- that's some good stuff.
Emmett's he's over it, so we need to get
Oh,
Emmett back
he's-
into these.
We gotta pull him back in here. Yeah.
Got to get him in somehow. You know.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And thanks for all that you do, particularly Aussie. And thank you guys for vetting the seeds for us for GDQ. It's a lot of fun. So,
Thanks for playing.
GG.
yes.
Well, Zeb, you heard it. My seed was better. GG.
Yeah, I think they were just being nice to you. I don't think that they actually meant it, but you know.
Well, thanks everyone. Amazing end to the season 2. Season 3 will start up soon. That was the finale. Yeah, thanks Zeb for joining me. Thanks for everyone for what they do. Thanks for the races. I guess you can take us out, Zeb.
Yeah, that'll do it from us. Thanks everyone for watching again. Thanks to Eddie and Oates, and we will all see you next mission.